passing another car on the highway. We do it all the time, right? It feels so routine, almost like muscle memory. You signal, you speed up a bit, you move over, done. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this everyday move and find out why it's hiding a lot more risk than most of us think.
So let me just ask you straight up, is this super common everyday maneuver really as safe as you assume it is? Well, when we actually look at what happens out there on the road, it becomes pretty clear that even our most basic driving habits can hide some pretty significant and honestly surprising dangers.
I mean, think about it. At 60 or 70 miles per hour, your margin for error just shrinks to almost nothing. Everything happens in a blink, and one tiny miscalculation can turn into a huge problem fast. But what's really fascinating is how our own brains can sometimes work against us in these exact moments.
Yeah, when we're under the pressure of making a pass, we can get something called tunnel vision. Our focus gets laser sharp on what's directly in front of us, and we kind of block everything else out. This isn't just a figure of speech either. It can literally warp how we see things. That gap in traffic you're aiming for, your brain might be telling you it's way bigger than it actually is. It's a classic psychological trap.
So, knowing that our own minds can play tricks on us brings us to the real nitty-gritty of what can go wrong. Let's break down the anatomy of a bad pass. All the common mistakes and myths that can catch even the most experienced drivers totally off guard.
You know, it's hardly ever one single big mistake. It's usually a bunch of small errors just stacking up. Forgetting that last-second shoulder check and missing the car hiding in your blind spot. Totally misjudging how fast that car in the next lane is coming up behind you. Or cutting back into your lane way too soon, forcing the other driver to slam on their brakes. And that's not even counting stuff like potholes or a sudden wet patch on the road.
Okay, this slide right here busts a huge myth. It kind of feels right, doesn't it? The idea that if you just punch it and get the pass over with as fast as possible, it must be safer. But that is a dangerous illusion. Speeding actually makes you less safe. Why? Because it kills your reaction time and gives you less control over your own car. So once we get a handle on the dangers, we have to talk about the unbreakable rules. These are the zones where the risk is just so high that passing is legally, completely off the table. They are non-negotiable. And this table shows you exactly why those rules are in place. A solid yellow line on your side of the road isn't just a friendly suggestion, it's the law. And it's there because you literally can't see far enough ahead to pass safely. The same exact logic applies to hills, curves, intersections, and bridges. These areas are marked because if you pass there, you are basically driving blind into a potential disaster. Respecting them is one of the easiest ways to cut your risk.
Okay, so we've covered the dangers, we've covered the no-go zones. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the solution. A really clear, methodical process you can follow every single time to make a safe pass. Now, before you even think about hitting that turn signal, you need a safe buffer. And the 3-second rule is your absolute minimum. Here's how you check it. Watch the car in front of you pass a fixed object, like a road sign. As soon as they pass it, start counting. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. If you pass that same sign before you finish counting, you're way too close. You gotta back off. This whole process breaks down into a super simple 4-step mental checklist. First, you assess. Is it legal? Is the road ahead totally clear? Second, you prepare. Check your mirrors, do that critical shoulder check for your blind spots, and then signal early. Third, you execute. Move over smoothly and accelerate safely. And fourth, you return to your lane, but only when you are 100% sure it's safe.
So how do you know for sure when it's safe to move back over? Well, this is the golden rule, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to be able to see the entire front of the car you just passed. I'm talking both headlights in your rearview mirror. That is your guarantee that you have fully cleared them and you're not going to cut them off.
Of course, driving happens in the real world, not in a perfect simulation, and our plans can get messed up by other drivers. So let's talk about what to do when something unexpected happens right in the middle of your pass.
Oh, this one is so frustrating, right? You pull out to make a clean pass, and all of a sudden, the other driver decides to speed up, whether they mean to or not. Your gut reaction is probably to get competitive, to treat it like a race. But the safe and smart move is to just abort the pass. Seriously. Your safety is so much more important than your ego. Just signal, double-check your mirrors and that blind spot again, and simply ease back into your original lane. Stay calm, keep a safe distance, and just let it go.
Okay, this is a super common question. I think it comes from that faster is safer myth we just busted. So let's settle it. Can you legally go over the speed limit even for a second to finish passing someone?
The answer from every single safety expert and law enforcement officer is a definitive, crystal clear no. The speed limit is the absolute law all the time. There is no such thing as a temporary exemption for passing. It just doesn't exist. Sticking to the limit is what keeps you in control. This one can be really tempting, can it? Especially on a long highway trip, when you come up on a whole line of slow-moving cars. You just want to pull out, pass them all in one shot, and be on your way. Well, safety experts universally recommend against this. Trying to pass multiple cars at once just dramatically increases the amount of time you're exposed to risk in the other lane, and it seriously limits how much you can see of the road ahead. The bottom line is simple. Pass one vehicle at a time. It's cleaner, and it is much, much safer.
So it's pretty obvious that passing is way more than just a simple maneuver. Let's wrap things up by really focusing on the core ideas that can change it from a risky habit into a safe, calculated skill.
Really, what you should take away from all this isn't just a list of rules. It's a whole mindset. It's about being vigilant, actively scanning, not just driving on autopilot. It's about having a process you can repeat every time. It's about having patience, waiting for that perfect, safe moment instead of trying to force it. And maybe most importantly, it's about understanding why these rules and techniques exist in the first place. That understanding is what gives you the power to make better decisions in a split second. So as you get back out there on the road, I want to leave you with a final thought. Beyond just passing, what other routine driving habit do you maybe take for granted that might be hiding some risks you haven't considered? Give it some thought. And please, stay safe out there.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.